I'm stuck inside again because of the stinking fire. I was going to go to a meet tomorrow, which was to go to Manhattan Beach, but we have this huge fire in Lake San Bernardino that's going, and, well, a lot of California is on fire right now. It's the summer, people get bored with the heat and go, let's light some hills on fire, yay! I'm not kidding, I really think that's what it is. So, before the smoke got really bad here, because that's about like 3 hours away from where I am, and I decided I was going to sulk, and I was going to get some goodies. Let's see here. Twinkies. Made of the hopes and dreams of little people. They are filled with the hopes and dreams of little people. Yay! Twinkies. I love them. So we got 2 boxes of Twinkies. Let's see here. I don't know if there's anything Nerf related in here. We got a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, a big one. You know, the ones that make you sing, you can be in coma with the diabetic coma. You know, yeah. So let's see, you know, we'll call it the big king size, yes. What's the candy? Snickers bar. Lovely. Oh, and what's this? An X-Shot. Really? How did this get in my bag? I said it's not Nerf related because it's X-Shot related. Ha 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 ha. Play of words, I know. So, let's see. Rex Graham says he's done great wonders with these and they've gone really good. And I saw this on here, and it's got 4 barrels. Okay, so this is like a quadrant. But guess how much this is? And we all remember what happened the last time I tested the quadrant and where it ended up. So, will it reach the same perilous fate as the quadrant? We don't know yet. We don't know. It's not even out of the box. First, you have to guess. How much is this blaster? Go ahead. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. I'm in too much of a hurry to do that. Okay. And $4.97. Half the price of the quadrant. And it promises to be better. I think we have to open this up. Yeppers yay. I have to fast forward a bit. These are a good invention. So basically on the blaster, the designer designed, oh, that's clever. 2 places where 2 threaded inserts can be put in, and the customer can just take them off. Like that, and then from here, like this. Liberating the blaster. I like this approach. This is a good idea. And there's my blaster right there. Wow. I like it. I like it. It's small. It's light. It's just past my finger. It's like carrying a Glock 30 or a Colt Pony. It's nice. Wow. So let's fire this thing, shall we? Okay. We're gonna take the adults out of the package. I'm gonna load. They give you 8, which is nice too. They don't just give you 4 like the quadrant. They give you 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So let's float 4 up. It's got nice blades on it, front and rear. I like that. It has a notch sight on it. Okay. Oh, first shot nailed the target. First shot I fired out of this thing. Let's see if we can repeat that success. 1. Oh, you mean to tell me that the X-Shot's more accurate than the quadrant? Really? Because that's 2 for 4 so far. 2 for 2 so far out of the 4. And you remember the quadrant did 1 out of 4 on this target. Oh, that was a little high, but oh, really? All 4 hit. All four hit from 10 feet away. Wow. Wow. That is really good. Now that's using their ammo, and that's loading it into this blaster. Wow. Dude, you saw that. That's amazing. That's amazing. Never fired this blast before. Never fired anything like it in my life. Well, okay, I can't say the quadrant's like it. The quadrant sucks. It's a piece of junk. This thing is pretty good. Wow, just like that, just 4 shots, just, it's sighted accurately, you know, it's got actual sights on it. The sights are actually accurate within 10 feet. I haven't tried any longer ranges or anything. I just opened this up. It's got a really nice, really fucking nice place to turn this, man. That's pretty cool, and so you can just take it out of the package just by turning it. Wow, and it's small. I like that. I really do. Okay, for size comparison, let's compare this to one of my 18K rivals that fire 5 rounds. Look at that. It's like half the size. It's beautiful. You know what? It's the air's out to kill me, but I gotta try this outside. I gotta see how well it can shoot. Those were really good groupings. I had a couple that were high and one that went to the side, but they all hit the target. Every single one. You know, my rivals can do that, but that's after I've worked on them and everything, and it's got 18K. It's impressive. Very impressive. Alright. Okay, so here it is, right here. 4 shots. Let's give this baby a try, shall we? Back of the yard. From here to the boat is about 55 feet from where I'm standing. To the end of the yard, it's 70, but there's about 15 feet behind you. Alright. Let's see what kind of... I'm going to just shoot flat. On the very edge of the wall there. Okay. That landed around where the table is at about 45 feet away. Yeah, and you know, it hit the same exact place. Did you guys see that? Wow. I wasn't even pointing at the same place vertically. Well, I wasn't trying. I don't know if I was. But I was right in front of it. And the last one was less power. It didn't even reach the table. But I'm liking this. So this is an impressive little blaster so far. I can only think of one real gripe, and that is that the hook is sideways. And it doesn't look like I can change it to go like this, or make a T-handle. That would be really nice, because all my other blasters, they're like this, not like that. But what's the next thing you think I'm going to do? Well, we're modders, aren't we? What do we usually do? We take them apart and see what we can improve, right? Well, let's take this thing apart, shall we? Okay, so all I can find was this one little screwdriver. I have no idea where my tools went, but I think that should be enough to get this apart. Let's take a look at this monster, shall we? Okay, time to open her up. Of course, if I get screws that are not all the way out, I just hit them lightly with a screwdriver, like so. Okay, so here's what we got. We got our trigger here, our trigger catch here. That's a pretty solid trigger catch, actually. Pretty solid rod material. The first thing, of course, I'm always asking myself is, what can I do with this blaster? This is actually a pretty well-engineered blaster. It doesn't have a lot of air volume, but it looks like it has. It looks like it has enough to do some damage. Let's take out the trigger catch. The trigger. Oh yeah, you know what? This looks like it would work perfect. Oh wow, really? You guys, thanks for thinking of me. The plunger head comes right off by taking the screw off. Okay. And I can get to the screw just like that. The rod material looks really cool. It looks like it's a polyethylene, but a lot harder than what you find on like the Rebel line. And it's got a good catch system. It doesn't. I don't think it has really good spring clearance though. Now, definitely gonna need to use probably a strong arm spring for this. But I just happen to have lots of strong arm springs. Let's throw a. Okay, so let's see what we got here. My big box of turf springs. I had one animal mother in here that was pretty good. That's a 7.5. We can do better. How about a 9K? Yeah. Let's throw a 9K in here, man. That sounds great. Well, a 9K, can this thing handle a 9K turf? It is a little bit smaller of a spring. I may have to cut a coil or two down. I am not sure. I'll be honest. It may work. It may not work. Diameters, this is a little smaller diameter. Okay, alright. I'm going to hook this back over here. I'm going to land this back over here. Got to close this up right here. I'm going to slam it like so. There it is. Okay, so on the fly, yeah. 9K at least is perfect there. Now let's put this all back in here. Okay, and let's see, first off, if I can even get a 9K to compress in here. This could be tough. Alright, hold on. Trying to keep the proper alignment of the rod here. Well, fortune smiles. I at least was able to get it to compress. Now, let's see here. Oh wow, I like the way they built this blaster. I would have given it a little bit bigger of a plunger tube. Yes, I would have. So far, that's about my only complaint. I know it's a consumer blaster. I know it's not like a long shot or anything like that, but yeah. The guide seems a little small for this. I may have to put a modified guide in there, but right now I'm just kind of playing with it. Let's see. That lines up right there. That goes right there. I like this. You know what? This isn't bad. This isn't a bad design at all. It's nice. It's quaint. It's small. It's simple. It probably costs somewhere in the vicinity of maybe $35,000, $40,000 to make the tooling if you were to make it out of China. It's not bad. It's not bad. Maybe a little more. Maybe like $50,000. I don't know. But I do know that catch spring is not going to work. That's for damn sure. So I'm going to have to put in this stronger spring. And to do that, I'm going to have to take these 4 little points here, and I'm going to have to shave them. You have to do this on the Chronos too. When you're using a long shot spring or something really powerful, and you want to use the long shot catch spring, you have to shave it. You have to shave your posts. And you got to do it equally too. That's the hard part. Okay. Okay. This could take a while. Yeah. Shoot. Yeah. The catch spring is just a little thicker gauge. I think this is like 1/4 inch. And your normal catch spring, long shot catch spring is about 5 millimeters if you're going the modded one. And that, of course, is, it's about 1 millimeter or so that you got to shave off your peg. And you don't want to make it too loose because then your spring will dance everywhere. You don't want it too tight, though, because, well, that's not fun either. So, you can see what I'm doing. I'm taking a knife and I'm shaving these tabs because I need more than just a little bit of a shave to buy me like 1/4 millimeter. I need about a full millimeter, which means I need 1/2 millimeter on each side. Which doesn't sound like much, but when you're trying to just grind it down with a knife or sandpaper, yeah, that's a bit. A Dremel could go through that, but of course a Dremel would eat through this in 2 seconds. You know, you don't want to do that. Okay, so there we go. I got a long shot catch spring in here. I've got the long shot catch spring. I got the hook here. Dude, I like this design. Wow. And I like the fact that the catch actually reinforces the back of it. Like, it just does it on its own. That's my AC that's just kicked on. Yeah. It's pretty hot. And there's fires. And even the few minutes I was out there, I was feeling under the weather. The fire's far away, but the problem is that air moves in a rotational pattern. And because of that, it means sooner or later I'm going to get really sick. So I have to run my HEPAs off because I'm shooting a vid. I have my electrostatic on, but that doesn't do much without air current in the room. And yeah, oh, I like this little hammer. This little hammer design right here. Dude, that's cool. That's really cool. Alright, so I just did a very quick 9K. And if 9 doesn't work, I'm going to try a 7.5. So you've ever seen that web series, Will It Blend? We're about to do a web series. Will It Prime? Yeah, baby. Oh, but I love how small and quaint. And when Hasbro's going with all these bigger designs to make bigger blasters, the kids all get the big toys. Zuru's doing it right, man. The X-Shot line's nice and small and compact. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I've been talking about for a while. Is smaller, compact designs. Okay, let's see. Can it? I'm just short. Okay. Time to rethink this. If your spring doesn't prime, there's a few things you want to check. First thing you want to check and make sure that the catch has enough action with your spring, and it does. So what it is the spring spacing. Okay, I had a feeling that this was going to be a problem with this, and if I were to compromise the length of this, if I were to stretch this out, it would definitely, I couldn't do it from back here. The only thing I could do, if I wanted to use this spring, it's not exactly out of the question, is to take this whole thing and move it forward. That'd be the only way. But since it's a side stop and not a screw stop, well, yeah, I'd have to redo the whole thing. So for now, I'm just gonna try to throw a 7.5 in here. It's a nice, handy little sidearm. You know, it is. It looks like it would be a nice, handy little sidearm for modded stock wars. I'm gonna just throw 7.5 turf in there, and I'm gonna just rock and roll, and that's it. I think that's what I'm gonna do, because I have a 7.5 in the other Zuru, and I will tell you, you know, this is one of the original gold plated. It's a very thin layer of gold, so it's kind of dark, but it's one of the original samples that Mike gave me. So yeah, I think he'll be proud to see this. And he doesn't like me cutting down a spring, so I don't want to cut down a 9K. If I could figure out another option, like moving this forward or something, which I think I can do, actually. I think I can do. Now let's talk about that. How can I move this forward? And gosh, why did I get screw stuck in my blaster? Okay, how can I move this forward? Okay, let's think about this. Okay, one idea, well, let me tell you a really good idea, is to take this right here, mill it with a Dremel. Just take this whole thing out, mill it to a Dremel, and make this smaller than this, okay? Or actually smaller than the 9K that I just put away. And then you make it so it has a stop. And then from there, you extend it out here, and then you put another plunger head right here. And then you glue the whole thing, or even better, fasten the whole thing with a screw here, and then glue it. And what that would do is that would buy, because it feels like I'm off maybe by 1 millimeter or something, not much. But I, you know, made a solemn promise I wasn't going to cut down a spring, so yeah, I could cut down a coil and it would work, but no. Now put in mind, you're cutting down the air volume if you do that, probably 2-3 cc's, but considering that this is just a blaster that doesn't have any like Stephan barrels on it or anything, I think that'd be fine. I think that would work out just fine. Except the screw's not working out fine. What are you doing, man? Okay, hold on. One second. Okay. So I think what you could do to this, I'm talking to you too, Rexgram, is you could probably just this whole thing and then move it up, and then you can use a much more powerful spring. As I can see here, you know, I've got very little solid space here. Definitely needs to use a strong arm spring. But I think if I did that, I could buy myself as much as a 1/2 inch, and that would make it so I could throw a full incher, like a 10K ghost spring or something like that. A little bit of lithium grease there. Let's see here, like so. I'm loving this though. This is a good little revolver. Damn, I like this. I like the idea of running with 2 of these rather than a strong arm by far. Dude, really, you know. Nice front load design. Doesn't have that center peg in the front. It secures completely by the base. Just a very excellent design, guys. Very excellent design. If you ever want me to fly out and tour your factory, whatever, you know, you guys from Zuru, you know, dude, totally would love to check it out. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I'm having a little trouble with the catch, but that's because my spring isn't very, That's my fault. That's my fault. Ah, shit. I want to make sure that that catch has enough bite. Very important to me. Okay, so here we are. So I'll just go with 7.5 for now, and it's good. It feels like it's gonna be a tight 7.5 too. I like the fact that the way they engineered it, you just have to unscrew that, and the whole head just comes off. It's not riveted on. It's not, you know, it's not glued on. It's very nice. It makes taking it out. I would have just made this with a little more solid space. It may have caused this to be a half an inch longer back here, but with as small as it is, I think it could have used it. I would have made the tube just a little bigger, but then again, the way I like to mod it or design is to make it so that if I have a production blaster, it's easy to mod. But let's face it, what is the mode of this blaster? Sidearm, right? It doesn't need to be very powerful. I mean, look at the Mauser fire. It's got a tiny plunger tube to it. I mean, it's bigger than a Firestrike, but it's still smaller than, let's say, a Cyclone Shock or, let's say, a Chronos for damn sure, okay? But it kicks ass, and yeah, it's not gonna break any speed records, but it's a very good tactical blaster to have on hand. Okay, so I like the catch. It's strong. It's solid. It looks like it's gonna do the job very nicely. Wow, I just put this together, and I feel almost no wiggle. There's a little wiggle, but not much, not much. And I'm betting if it's locked up. Okay, hold on. It's our moment of truth here. Oh, this looks like a nice modded stock Plinka. This looks. Whoa. Oh, I'm not even aiming. I'm just kind of shooting. But this thing just wow, dude. And I offhand, even without the sights, no sights, man. I just boom hit that. It just it has a nice point of direction. It's very good. It just lines up your hand really nice. I think that this is a little low, but that's okay. Just be mindful. But look at where like my hand is and where the back of this is. Yeah, that's a bit low. That's a bit low. Almost as bad as a bird of prey, but not quite. A bird of prey, that mean plunger, you know, rod handle is right by your freaking. I mean, I've got scars to prove it, dude. Yeah. So in this day and age, where it seems that Hasbro is out of their ever-loving mind, repainting a bunch of blasters, charging $60 for a Pyragon, you know, the AccuTrooper that's come out as a copy of the Trooper, and yes, it is new. I don't care if they sell like Kohl's. those things have been sitting in the warehouse forever. They haven't produced those forever. Plus, who the fuck shops at Kohl's and gets Nerf blasters? Nobody. They're just so expensive. But I did look it up, though. I was fair enough and looked it up. It's 31 something for a EAT, but that's way terrible. These should be $20 a piece. Okay, but anyway, they're out of the ever-loving mind lately. We got a company like Zuru making the X-Shot that's making this wonderful sidearm. Gosh, it's so nice. It goes where you want to point it. It's got good palm support, good finger placement support, a nice trigger, great accuracy out of the box, actually more accurate than the Quadrant, and it's cheap enough that when your little boy or your little doo-doo-doo has been really good, you can give them this as a toy for saying, thank you for being so good. I had to buy so much groceries this week, and you set in your shopping cart. Here's a Zero blaster to blast your sibling. So overall, I give this about, I would say for the concept, I give this a 10. This is great. Small little revolver. It's less shots, but it's handy. It makes up for it. I give it about, I would say about a 9. 9 out of 10 overall for the product. To get like a 10 is really hard. I don't think I've ever handed out a 10. And it's a pretty good blaster. I give it about a 9. It's not terrible. It's not bad. I was able to very easily just open it up, put in a couple springs, find out one didn't work, put in another one. I was able to put in a long shot catch spring by trimming the tabs on the inside, and the catch is really nice with that adjustment. I think people should just put stronger catch springs in blasters anyway. Well, then again, okay, they're not for adults. I keep forgetting I'm not 5 years old anymore, and pulling a trigger is very easy for me, so Until next time, this is Chris Cartea saying, don't you go changing, and remember that Twinkies are filled with the hopes and dreams of little people.